EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the LA Chargers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. But you look at this defense. This unit currently 7th in the NFL, Charles, in stopping the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. Jameis to throw it. Underneath to Spiller. 7 yards there and a first down. The Chargers at a disappointing 1-4 as they start play. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here, and it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, they can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. On 1st and 10 is Spiller. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
The receivers have spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Right back to Spiller on 2nd down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Okay, 2nd and 1, you get nothing. What now on 3rd and 1?
Sorry about that. I was so excited I jumped in on you. This is almost like practice to me. Line it up and do it again. You didn't get it right the first time. Just get right back on the ball and go. It doesn't matter that they know you're coming. You ought to be able to pick up this short yardage.
On 3rd and 1, here's Winston. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Zerline good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers. They come into this one way down at number 23 against the run of the NFL.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
Here's Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 22 yards there, a first down. Now it's Jackson. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Right back to Mitchell here. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Big Sebastian Joseph Day there on the stop.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They go play action now. Jackson, throw left side complete. That's Mitchell. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only, Charles, in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And he can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And, partner, you know I'm a veteran, right? In other words, that means a little bit older. Back in my day, we used to call a guy like this a workhorse, except he carried the ball all the time. Now they get it to him a variety of ways, but you're right, they want to run their offense through him.
They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. His 5th rushing touchdown on the year, 6th overall. And the Ravens respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted.
Kyle Hamilton picks it.
And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
First down, here's Mitchell.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 7-7, our score after 1. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it 2nd down and 12. Jackson. And that is incomplete.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Throwing is Jackson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Derwin James with a pick.
And the Chargers are going to get the football back at their own 17.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
In motion left comes Williams. Winston. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
On the move to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers force the turnover. And they'll take over at the 10.
Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
And space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line.
I'd say it's a pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground.
Right back to Spiller on 2nd down.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Ready.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Third and short yardage. Winston. Complete. It's Dodson. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's taken to the 26. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Rashad Bateman.
65 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
From his end zone, here's Darius Davis.
Darius Davis on the return. The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Here's Winston. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Second and 10.
Now Winston. And incomplete on the deep ball.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Jameis again.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Taking it about the 16. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
Down the right sideline.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. 75 yards.
And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going.
The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37. They'll go right back to Spiller here on 1st down.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now Jameis on 2nd down. Wide open receiver, complete. Now the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
Out of the gun, a give to Spiller.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now Jameis trying to hurry his crew to the line. 2nd and 1. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Chargers.
Mike Williams.
39 yards.
And the Chargers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did. They didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Zerline connects on the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's Jackson to throw. That's caught. It's Flowers. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He finds Bateman over the middle. 4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission. Mitchell will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now for the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Chargers 14.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offense. Taking it right down Broadway. There he goes again. And just shutting him off there. And down to the 16-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Well, Lamar Jackson, I mean, he is just a ticking time bomb when he has got the football in his hands, and he explodes, Charles, for a big one there.
So there was the boom, huh? Because that's exactly what happened, right? And you can be in the right spot against him and not necessarily make the play. His talent is so good, and his ability to shift and move on a dime, oh, he is so impressive. Even when you play it right, he can make you wrong.
Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short. From the gun, Jackson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license. lessons, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. That is caught, and he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal. And Jackson throwing once more. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Ready.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Easy. Hey. Green, triple C.
A first down throw for Winston. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Third quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Throwing, Winston. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
And, Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Chargers 14.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Ready.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. To throw, Winston. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's fourth down. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Taking it about the 36.
A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And they will take over first and 10.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Here's third and 3.
And it's third down.
Now it's Jackson. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. The Ravens send their punter out now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Jackson now. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. Third down. Here's Jackson. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Take over first and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down. They go for it on 4th and 2, and it's a gain of 6. They'll throw again. Winston. His throw incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
On 2nd down, Spiller looking for space. And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
And now they're in the hurry-up.
Chargers first down. First and 10 at the 37.
First down, Winston.
That is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Jameis to throw it. He's airing it out for Williams.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And this is a situation where, as a head coach, you're just saying, what else could go wrong? Let's get it all out of our system, please. This has been a sloppy game throughout. The execution has been lacking. A lot of mistakes, both mental and physical. And here's a big play that goes by the wayside.
And now off to the races down the right side. Inside the 10. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
Isaiah Spiller.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Chargers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
3rd down, as a defender, all you're thinking about is getting off the field. How do you stop this last play? But if you don't wrap up when you tackle and you play a back like this, all of a sudden he's taking it to the house. And now you're looking at each other wondering, what did we do wrong on that play?
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football. You're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
Quick strike out wide by Jackson. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be second down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 28. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first. Jackson on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Ravens look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. So definitely a good day's work throwing the football. Very good day's work. A 4th touchdown pass as they're really pouring it on.
Yeah, and so much for going into clock mode after getting that touchdown, right? Because you would think with the lead, fourth quarter, they might actually do that. No chance. They've kept attacking and got another touchdown pass as a result.
Tucker with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Ready.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
Jameis now on first down. This is complete to Holmes. And he'll be taken down right there at the 38. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Here's Winston.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Jameis again. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Winston. And that is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Marcus Williams.
And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 33. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you...
And that's caught inside the 30.
And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Dancing to his left. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
He will return this from deep in the end zone,
pushing his way through.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Ready. The Charger drive about to get going.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Winston.
And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception.
Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. Over the middle, complete. That's Flowers. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
3rd and 5.
13.
Now Jackson. He's going to let this go for the end zone.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Ravens, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Southern California, so long, everybody. it.